So, my dear students, and now we will understand the stability of the metal complexes. And actually, it is a continuation of the last video, that is a reaction mechanism of the metal complexes. Now, in the inorganic reaction mechanism, we will study the stability of the metal complexes. And you know that something, if it is more stable, so what is actually the stable? So the stable is nothing but some whatever the thing. So the stable is stable. What does it mean here? So stable is nothing but, so the reactive. So 1 minute, I will tell you the thermodynamic stability and the. Okay, see here. So here the stable is nothing but the substances which exist for a longer time are generally called stable here. But generally we have to see the reactivity of such complexes here. So I already told you that in the last session, in the last video, see there are many complexes. So they are completely stable. They may be stable or unstable. So if they're stable, they may be reactive or they may be unreactive. So here we have to see the reactivity of such complexes. To understand the reactivity of complexes, we need to see the stability of the metal complexes. To see the stability of metal complexes, there are two ways, that is thermodynamic stability and the another one which is kinetic stability. So in the thermodynamic stability, we simply explain the formation of the metal complexes. So we will understand the measure. So this thermodynamic stability, it will measure the extent of the formation of the reaction. So it will measure the stability of the product here. But in case of the kinetic stability, this metal, in which way it is reacting? If it is reacting with Y, any ligand, so you will get as M as Y. So I will remove this X, M, Y, flex and ligand. See here, this Y is replaced with this L. Now here the kinetic stability, it includes the reactivity of this reactant. Reactant molecule ఎలా రియాక్ట్ అవుతుంది, that is the kinetic stability. అసలు రియాక్టెంట్ ఎలా ఫామ్ అవుతుంది, బిఫోర్ ద ఫార్మేషన్ is a thermodynamic stability. After the formation of the reaction, the reactivity includes the kinetic stability. So we will discuss the energy, the equilibrium constant, stability constants in the thermodynamic stability. But in the kinetic stability, we will discuss the reactivity, reaction mechanism of the particular reaction. So we will see the reaction and reactivity of the kinetic product. So in the kinetic aspects, but in the thermodynamic aspect, we will see the stable or unstable. We will discuss the stability constant and the equilibrium constant and the free energy. We will discuss all those things in the thermodynamic stability. So there is a thermodynamic, there is only two words, that is a stable or unstable. So if it is stable, that means the energy is very low. So once again, I'm telling you, in thermodynamic stability, we will discuss the stability in only two ways. One is stable and another one which is unstable. So stable is nothing but the energy of the products must be very low. Energy of products must be very low. Then only you will get the very stable product. So the energy of the, if it is unstable means that is the energy of product which is very high. That is in case of the thermodynamic stability. Here also there are two words. One is stable and the unstable. Here the labile means unstable. Labile means unstable. Inert means stable here. Inert means stable here. So why here the labile means unstable and the inert means labile here? So because, so here you have to understand one thing here. So that is, so here the labile is nothing but whatever the species. So whenever it is free to move, that is called the labile. Easy move అయితే దాన్ని labile అంటున్నాం. So easy move అయితే unstable కదా. సో ఇనర్ట్ కాంప్లెక్స్ అంటే దట్ ఈస్ స్టేబుల్. ఇనర్ట్ కాంప్లెక్స్ మనం స్టేబుల్ గా అంటున్నాం. సో ఎందుకు అంటే ఇనర్ట్ అంటే స్టేబుల్ ఉంది అంటే అది ఎటు కదలదు, ఉన్న ఒక దగ్గరనే ఉంటుంది. బికాస్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఇనర్ట్, ఎటు కదలట్లేదు, సో దాన్ని స్టేబుల్ అంటాం. సో అటు ఇటు మూవ్ అవుతుంది అంటే అన్స్టేబుల్ గా ఉన్నట్టు. సో దట్ ఈస్ ద లేబైల్. హియర్ ద టూ వర్డ్స్ ఆర్ వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్, ద లేబైల్ అండ్ ద ఇనర్ట్. సో లేబైల్ మీన్స్ అన్స్టేబుల్, the inert means stable in the according to the kinetic aspects here. But in case of the thermodynamic stability, we will discuss only the stable or unstable. Stable means the energy of the product is very low, but here the unstable means the energy of the product is very high. But here the stable, it is inert, it means unstable means labile. So here you have to understood that. So in a kinetic aspect, whenever ml is reacted with y, you are getting the product as y and plus l. Here stable and unstable, it means the reactivity of this complex. It means the reactivity of this complex here. So it is inert, that means it is not reactive with this y. So it is stable. So if it is unstable, so it can easily involve in this reaction. So y it can be easily, the ligand y it can easily substitute with this L ligand and you will easily get the product. సో ఇక్కడ ప్రోడక్ట్ వచ్చింది MY వచ్చిందంటే ఈ కాంప్లెక్స్ లెబైల్ కాంప్లెక్స్ అన్నట్టు, అంటే ఈజీగా మూవ్ అవుతుంది. సో ఇనర్ట్ కాంప్లెక్స్ అంటే స్టేబుల్ గా ఉంది, ఇట్ కెనాట్ రియాక్ట్ విత్ దిస్. సో రియాక్ట్ అవ్వట్లేదు ఎంఎల్ అనేది. సో వైతో రియాక్ట్ అవ్వకపోతే యూ విల్, దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ ద ఇనర్ట్ కాంప్లెక్స్. సో I already told you the differences between this thermodynamic stability and the kinetic stability in the last session. But once again, see only the two things here. So that is, see the difference between these two things. So that is the thermodynamic stability. So here, so see here, thermodynamic stability can be explained during the formation of the complex. It can be explained during the reaction of the complex. So generally, you know that it can be explained the formation of the complex. Before the formation of the product, we will explain the stability, the thermodynamic stability. అది ఎంత ఫామ్ అవుతుంది అంటే థర్మోడైనమిక్ స్టెబిలిటీ. ఫామ్ అయిన తర్వాత ఎలా రియాక్ట్ అవుతుంది అయితే కైనెటిక్ స్టెబిలిటీ. అండ్ ఇట్ షోస్ అ ప్రోడక్ట్ స్టెబిలిటీ. ప్రోడక్ట్ గురించి మాట్లాడతాం, ప్రోడక్ట్ స్టెబిలిటీ గురించి మాట్లాడతాం. బట్ ఇన్ కేస్ ఆఫ్ ద కైనెటిక్ ఆస్పెక్ట్స్, ఇట్ షో ద రియాక్టెంట్ స్టెబిలిటీ, రియాక్టెంట్ గురించి మాట్లాడతాం. అండ్ ఇఫ్ ద అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ ద కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్ ఆఫ్ ద ప్రోడక్ట్ ఈస్ మోర్, సో మనకి ఇక్కడ రాసినాం M+6 2L. సో యూ కెన్ టేక్ మెనీ, I will write 6L and you will get the product here ML6. So here the amount or concentration of the product is more. If the amount or concentration of product is more, then the reaction moves to the right side of the equilibrium. అంటే మనం ఉదాహరణకి ఇది ఇలా రాస్తే, సో మనకు ML6 ప్రోడక్ట్ ఎక్కువ వచ్చింది అంటే రియాక్షన్ బాగా జరిగింది అన్నట్టు. సో యూ విల్ గెట్ ద ప్రోడక్ట్ ఆఫ్ ML6. బట్ if the amount or concentration of the reactant is more, then the reactant will not occur. Reactant concentration ఎక్కువ ఉంది అనుకోండి ఇక్కడ ML6. So if it is reacting with Y, you are getting the product as ML5Y plus ligand. So if the reactant concentration is very high, if ML6 is more, that means the reaction will not occur here. There is no, the reaction is completely stops here. So reaction will not occur here. And here the thermodynamic stability, it is decided by the Gibbs free energy. So it is decided with the Gibbs free energy, but here it is decided with the activation energy. And here the thermodynamic stability is affected with the equilibrium constant, redox potential, bond energies. We will discuss all these things in the thermodynamic stability. And here the kinetic aspects include the rate of reaction and the mechanism of the reaction. And the thermodynamic stability is classified into two types, as stepwise stability constant and the cumulative stability constant. Here this is not thermodynamic, this is the kinetic stability. It is classified into two types, as labile complex and the inert complexes. So let us understand one by one the thermodynamic stability and we will see the kinetic stability. So first we will understand the thermodynamic stability, then we will see the thermodynamic stability. So kinetic stability. So first we will understand this thermodynamic stability. Thermodynamic stability. Thermodynamic stability. So we'll understand this thermodynamic stability first. So in the thermodynamic stability, so the major things you have to remember here. So what are the things you have to study in case of the thermodynamic stability? So first, in the thermodynamic stability, you have to study about the equilibrium constant. Equilibrium constant. So this equilibrium constant, you can also call it as a association constant. association constant, and you can also call as a binding constant. You can also call it as a binding constant, and you can also call it as a formation constant. Formation constant. So this is very important thing here. So here you have to understand that the equilibrium constant is particularly this equilibrium constant is also called as a association constant, binding constant, formation constant. There are different names here. And the second one, so that is the next second one, that is a dissociation constant. Dissociation constant. And finally, the stability constant. Stability constant. So after that, we will see the classification of the stability constant. So there are two types of classification. That is, stepwise stability constant is indicated with K, and the overall stability or cumulative stability constant is indicated with B. So in this thermodynamic stability, we will discuss these two things, these three things. That is equilibrium constant, dissociation constant, and the stability constant. So first we will understand the equilibrium constant. So what is equilibrium constant? So in the equilibrium constant, so very simple. So let us write M plus L. So you will get ML. So if it is a reversible reaction, then you will get the equilibrium constant as KEQ. You can write KEQ, or you can write KE, whatever may be. So here the KEQ or K equilibrium constant, this is equal to concentration of products by concentration of reactants. So this is the important thing here. Equilibrium constant is nothing but the concentration of the reactants and the concentration of products. So concentration of product is nothing but ML. The concentration is indicated in square brackets like this, and the reactant concentration is M and L. This is the equilibrium constant, that is KE or KEQ. So equilibrium constant is nothing but so the concentration of products by concentration of reactant. So that is the equilibrium constant. So very simple here. So whenever the KEQ is more, is equal to 0, is greater than 1, is 0, so not 0. So I will write as, so let us write less than 1. So less than 1. So what does it mean here? So particularly, what does it mean here? So that is less than 1. So and greater than 1. So whenever generally the value of K equal, that is equilibrium constant, that is less than 1. ఎప్పుడు తక్కువగా ఉంటది అంటే ఎప్పుడు ఎక్కువగా ఉంటది. సో ఎప్పుడు ఎక్కువగా ఉంటది, కాన్సంట్రేషన్ ఆఫ్ ప్రొడక్ట్స్ ఎక్కువైనప్పుడు. సో కాన్సంట్రేషన్ ఆఫ్ ప్రొడక్ట్స్ ఎక్కువైంది అంటే ద కాన్సంట్రేషన్ ఆఫ్ ఎంఎల్ ఎక్కువైనట్టు, అంటే కాంప్లెక్స్ యొక్క ఫార్మేషన్ ఎక్కువగా జరుగుతున్నట్టు. సో ఇఫ్ ద కాంప్లెక్స్ ఆఫ్ ద ఫార్మేషన్ ఆఫ్ మోర్ అంటే ఎక్కువ బాగా జరుగుతుంది. సో ద థర్మోడైనమిక్ స్టెబిలిటీ విల్ ఇంక్రీజెస్ హియర్. సో ఎంత ఎక్కువ ఫామ్ అయితే అంత థర్మోడైనమిక్ స్టేబుల్ గా ఉన్నట్టు, అంటే ఎంత ఎక్కువగా ఫామ్ అవుతుంది, ఎంత ఎక్కువ ఎంఎల్ ఫామ్ అవుతుంది. సో హియర్ ఇన్ కేస్ ఆఫ్ ద కే ఈక్వల్, దట్ ఈస్ గ్రేటర్ దాన్ 1. సో గ్రేటర్ దాన్ 1 ఎప్పుడు ఉంటుంది అంటే the concentration of products must be greater than the concentration of reactant. So let us write it is 50/20. So you will get the greater than, the value will be greater than 1. So here the product concentration will be more. So that means the concentration of products, it is more here comparing with the concentration of reactants here. So that is called the thermodynamic stability. So it includes here, it means that it is a stability or stable compound. So if the equilibrium constant is greater than 1, then we can say it is a stable here. And you can see if it is less than 1, so that is 20/50. Let us say it is 20/50. So that is less than 1. So here the concentration of reactant, that is M and L. The concentration of these two things are more here. So that means there is no product. So there is no formation. So there is no product means there is no formation. So that is unstable according to thermodynamics aspects here. So in case of the thermodynamic aspects, so according to thermodynamic aspects, the K equilibrium, it is directly relation with the stability. It is directly relation with the stability. If the equilibrium constant, the value increases, then the stability increases. If the K equilibrium, that is equilibrium constant will increases, then the stability increases. You know that particular that అది మనకు స్పెసిఫిక్ గా మనం చెప్పాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు, డైరెక్ట్ గా మనకు తెలుస్తుంది. ఎందుకంటే ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ ప్రోడక్ట్ బాగా పెరిగింది, ఇక్కడ పర్టికులర్ గా యూ కెన్ సేక్ దిస్ ఎంఎల్ బాగా ఎక్కువ వచ్చింది అంటే స్టేబుల్ గా ఉన్నట్టే కదా, ఈజీగా ఎక్కువ ఫామ్ అయినట్టు. ఎంత ఫామ్ అయితే అంత థర్మోడైనమిక్ గా స్టేబుల్ గా ఉన్నట్టు. ఎంత ఎక్కువ ఎప్పుడు ఫామ్ అవుతుంది, ఈ కే ఈక్విలిబ్రియం అనేది గ్రేటర్ దాన్ 1 ఉంటే you will get the excess amount of the complex here, that is thermodynamic stability. So I will tell you one example. So this particularly equilibrium constant is also called formation constant. ఎందుకు formation constant అంటారు, ఎందుకంటే ఫార్మ్ అవుతుంది కదా. సో కొత్త ఎంత ఫామ్ అయింది అని ఎట్లా తెలుస్తుంది అంటే ఈక్విలిబ్రియం కాన్స్టెంట్ ద్వారా తెలుస్తుంది. సో దిస్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ ద ఫార్మేషన్ కాన్స్టెంట్. ఇంకా దీన్ని అసోసియేషన్ కాన్స్టెంట్ అని కూడా అంటారు, ఎందుకంటే దీస్ టూ రియాక్టెంట్స్ ఆర్ అసోసియేటెడ్ హియర్. సో దీస్ టూ ఆర్ అసోసియేటెడ్, hence it is called association constant. ఇంకా దీన్ని బైండింగ్ కాన్స్టెంట్ అని కూడా అంటారు, because these two are binding here. So association constant, binding constant, formation constant, equilibrium constant, all of those are completely equal. So I will tell you with the example here. So I will tell you with example here. So let us take one example. So that is Cu plus 2, it reacts with 4 moles of NH3 and it forms a product which is CuNH3 taken 4 times plus 2. This is one complex here, and let us say another complex, that is Cu plus 2, it reacts with 4 cyanide molecules, and this is also the in equilibrium, and you will get the product which is CuCN. It is -2. And see the particularly you can see the concentration, the equilibrium constant value here. So here the equilibrium constant, the value actually, so you can write here as K equilibrium. It is concentration of product, that is CuNH3 taken 4 plus 2 by the reactant concentration, that is Cu plus 2 into NH3. There are 4 molecules are there. So this is the K equilibrium, that is equilibrium constant, and the value of this is particularly, that is 2.1 into 10 to the power of 21. So this is the value of equilibrium constant. And let us take the another one. So if you write the K equilibrium for this, that is a concentration of product, that is CuCN4 -2 by concentration of the reactant, that is Cu plus 2 and a cyanide, that is 4, and you will get the value of K, that is equilibrium, that is 2.0 into 10 to the power of 27. And you can observe here that, so you can see the difference between these two things here. So this is the value of K equilibrium for the second one, and this is the value for the first one. So in which, so here the value of equilibrium and the second one, which is more than the first one, because it is 10 to the power of 21 and it is 10 to the power of 27. So it means that, so here the equilibrium constant is more here. అంటే దాని అర్థం ఏంటి అంటే ఇది మోర్ స్టేబుల్ అన్నట్టు. అంటే దాని అర్థం ఏంటి అంటే థర్మోడైనమికల్లీ ఇట్ ఈస్ మోర్ స్టేబుల్ అంటే ఎక్కువ ఫామ్ అవుతుంది, ఎక్కువ తయారవుతుంది, ఎక్కువ ఫామ్ అవుతుంది. సో వెన్ యూ కంపేర్ ద అమౌంట్ ఆర్ కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్ ఆఫ్ దీస్ టూ థింగ్స్, సో దీనికంటే ఇది ఎక్కువ ఫామ్ అవుతుంది. సో వీఆర్ నాట్ టాకింగ్ అబౌట్ ద టైమ్ టేకెన్ ఫర్ ద ఫార్మేషన్ ఆఫ్ ద ప్రోడక్ట్. సో ఇది ఎంత ఫామ్ అవుతుంది అనేది ఇంపార్టెంట్, ఎంతసేపట్లో అని కాదు. ఎంతసేపట్లో అయితే వి విల్ సీ ఇన్ ద కైనెటిక్ ఆస్పెక్ట్స్. సో టైం రేట్ ఆఫ్ రియాక్షన్ అయితే మనం కైనెటిక్ ఆస్పెక్ట్స్ గురించి మాట్లాడతాం. బట్ ఇన్ ద థర్మోడైనమిక్ ఆస్పెక్ట్స్, సో ఇది అసలు ఫామ్ అవుతుందా, ఎంత ఎక్స్టెంట్ ఆఫ్ ఫార్మేషన్ ఆఫ్ రియాక్షన్, సో ఇది జరుగుతుందా లేదా. సో ఈ రెండిట్లలో ఏది ఎక్కువ జరుగుతుంది అంటే ఎక్స్టెంట్ ఆఫ్ ద ప్రోడక్ట్ హియర్. సో ప్రోడక్ట్ యూ విల్ గెట్ మోర్ ఇన్ కేస్ ఆఫ్ ద సెకండ్ వన్. సో ఇన్ కేస్ ఆఫ్ ద సెకండ్ వన్, ద అమౌంట్ యూ విల్ గెట్ మోర్ కంపేరింగ్ విత్ ద ఫస్ట్ వన్. మేబీ ద రియాక్షన్ మేబీ స్లో ఆర్ ఫాస్ట్. సో స్లో ఉంటే ఫాస్ట్ ఉంటే మళ్ళీ అది కైనెటిక్ ఆస్పెక్ట్స్ వెళ్ళిపోతుంది. బట్ ఇక్కడ ఎంత సేపట్లో అని కాదు, ఎంత ఫామ్ అయింది, ఏది ఎక్కువ ఫామ్ అయింది అంటే ఇది మేబీ ఇది ఎక్కువ ఫామ్ అయింది, బట్ ఇట్ మే టేక్ 2 hours, ఇట్ మే టేక్ 2 hours, సో ఇట్ మే టేక్ ఓన్లీ 1 hour హియర్. So that is the importance here. So I'm not talking about the time taken for the completion of the reaction. So I'm simply talking about the amount of the product. ఎంత ప్రోడక్ట్ ఏదంతా ఎక్కువ వస్తుంది అంటే సెకండ్ దానిలో ఎక్కువ వస్తుంది. సో but how can we measure that? By using the equilibrium constant, by using the association constant, binding constant, formation constant. So the value, based on that value, we can explain the thermodynamic stability here. So what is the dissociation constant? So association is this one. What is dissociation? The reverse, the reciprocal of the equilibrium constant, that is called the dissociation constant. So if you completely write opposite of this, so if you write this, if you write the opposite of this, you will get the dissociation constant. So how can we write the dissociation constant? So you can write the opposite of this, that is dissociation constant. Actually it is indicated with Kd, because association constant is indicated with Ka. So I will explain the dissociation here. So whenever Ml, it is reacting with this and it forms here Ml. So you can, this is equilibrium here. This is the forward reaction and backward reaction. So this is the forward reaction and this is the backward reaction. So this is particularly one reaction. So if you want to write only forward reaction, that is M plus L, it gives rise to Ml. Okay, that's it. If you write the backward reaction, that is Ml, it is dissociated into M plus L. So see the difference between these two things here. So here these are the ligand, these are the reactant molecules and these are the product. It is a product. But here this is the reactant and this is the reactant here. So you can write the equilibrium constant for this is the concentration of products, that is Ml by M and L. And for here the equilibrium constant K is equal to the product which is M and Ml by the reactant molecule, that is Ml. See what is the difference between these two things? And it is Ml by Ml and here Ml by Ml. So there is only the reciprocal here. So you can see here the forward reaction and the backward reaction. So this is called the association. This is completely called association. This is association. This is dissociation. So see here, this is dissociated into M and L, and these two are associated to form as a Ml. So completely association constant, actually this is actually Ka. This is called Ka and this is Kd, because this is association constant, this is dissociation constant. So actually here also I am writing association constant, but you can write the dissociation constant like this. So once again I will tell you the associated constant and dissociation constant. So simply if it is M is reacting with Ml, so you will get the product as Ml and it is in equilibrium, then association constant Ka is equal to, that is Ml by M and L. And if you write the dissociation constant, that is Kd is equal to Ml by Ml. So this is a completely reciprocal of this. So you know that particularly if Ka, that is association constant, or you can write the K equilibrium, or you can write the formation constant, or you can write binding constant. So it is completely directly proportional to stability of the complex. Stability of the complex. So that is just now only I told you about this thing. So if it is Kd, that is dissociation constant, that is dissociation constant. So this is inversely relation with the stability complex. This is completely inversely relation with the stability complex. So because completely it is opposite for the association or dissociation here. So here the dissociation constant is completely reversal for the association constant or equilibrium constant. So now we will understand the stability constant. So stability constant or association constant. So what is the stability constant here? So here the stability constant, it is nothing but it is a equilibrium constant. It is nothing but equilibrium constant here. So here, let us write here M, it is reacting with ML and you are getting the product as ML. So if you write the equilibrium constant, that is K equilibrium, that is ML, the product concentration by reactant concentration, M and L. So see you can see here the equilibrium constant is nothing but it is a stability constant. But here, according to the thermodynamic stability, so the thermodynamic stability includes the stability constant of two types. So one is stepwise stability constant. So those two things you have already know that the stability, that is stepwise stability constant, that is stepwise stability constant as K, and then cumulative stability constant, that is beta. So in this lecture we will discuss these two types of stability constant here. So these two stability constants comes under the particularly the thermodynamic stability here. So we will understand the stability of metal complexes by using these two stability constant. So according to thermodynamics here. So here the thermodynamic stability includes simply the formation of the complex ML. It gives rise to ML. So here according to the thermodynamics, we will measure the extent of the formation of the complex here. అంటే ఎంత ఫామ్ అవుతుంది అనేది మనం మెజర్ చేస్తున్నాం. సో ఇదే మన థర్మోడైనమిక్ స్టెబిలిటీ. దిస్ ఈస్ బిఫోర్ ద ఫార్మేషన్ ఆఫ్ ద ఎంఎల్ హియర్. బట్ కైనెటిక్ స్టెబిలిటీ అంటే దీని తర్వాత ఎంఎల్ వచ్చిన తర్వాత ఎంఎల్ ఎవరితోని ఎలా రియాక్ట్ అవుతుంది అనేది కైనెటిక్ ఆస్పెక్ట్స్. బట్ ఇక్కడ థర్మోడైనమిక్ ఆస్పెక్ట్స్ అంటే అసలు ఎంఎల్ ఫామ్ అవ్వక ముందు మనకు మాట్లాడేది ఇక్కడ. సో వి విల్ అండర్స్టాండ్ ద స్టెబిలిటీ కాన్స్టెంట్స్. So here the thermodynamic stability constant is classified into two types. So one is stepwise stability constant, one is stepwise stability constant, and the second one which is cumulative stability constant. So there are two types of stability constant. One is stepwise stability constant is indicated with K and cumulative is indicated with beta. So we will understand these two things here, the stepwise and the stability constant. So first we will understand with the stepwise stability constant. So stepwise stability here. So let us understand first stepwise stability constant, that is indicated with K, and then we will see the that is overall stability or cumulative stability constant. So what is stepwise stability constant? So in the word sense, the stepwise stability, the stepwise. So there is each step, there are several steps, and we have to calculate the stability constant with the stepwise here. So I need to form a particular product. So I need to produce a product that is ML6. So ante ee product రావాలి నాకు అది with by using the steps. So there are certain steps. సో కొన్ని స్టెప్స్ ఉన్నాయి, దాన్ని సింథసైజ్ చేయాలి. ML6 ని మనం చేయడానికి కొన్ని స్టెప్స్ ఉన్నాయి. సో అవి ఏంటి? సో లెట్ us see those steps here. ML6. So let us take first ML. So I will take first M and then I will react with L and you will get ML. So you can write this as an equilibrium. So you are getting the product as ML. Again I will react with another L and you will get the product which is ML2. You can write again equilibrium here. And again you will write ML3. Again you can react with another L and you will get the product as ML4. And again you will react with ML4 plus another L and you will get the product which is ML5. So in this way you can write many steps, whatever you want. So you may need MLN. So that means you have to add another here n minus 1 L, then you will get the product which is MLN. So because so product కంటే రియాక్టెంట్ లో ఒక లిగాండ్ తక్కువ ఉండాలి. సో ఇక్కడ ఏంటి, ఒక లిగాండ్ ఎంఎల్ ఉంది, ఒక లిగండ్ ఉంది, ఒక లిగండ్ ఆల్రెడీ యాడ్ చేసింది. సో ఇక్కడ 2 లిగండ్స్ ఉన్నాయి. సో ఒకటి యాడ్ చేస్తున్నాం, ఒకటి దానికంటే ముందు ఉండాలి. సో ఇక్కడ 4 ఉన్నాయి, సో అక్కడ 3 ఉండాలి. సో లైక్ దట్. సో here the constant, particularly the stepwise stability constant, here the equilibrium constant which is called K1, because it is the first step, and this is the second step, this is the third step, this is the fourth step, and this is the nth step. It is the nth step. You can take many other things here. So here in the stepwise stability constant, we are adding only one ligand each time. So we are adding one ligand each time. So you may measure this equilibrium constant as K1. This is equal to the concentration of the product, that is ml by m concentration and L concentration. So this is the K1. So this is for this. You may write M2. So you can write this K2. This is equal to the concentration of the reactant, that is ml2 by m. Sorry, this is not m. This is ml, the concentration of reactant, and then L. This is K2. If you write K3, that is K3, that is equal to ml4, that is the concentration of products, by concentration of the reactant, that is ml3 and L. So this is the concentration of reactant. So you can write this as K4. K4 is nothing but ml5 by ml4 and ligand. So see here, you can write in this way the equilibrium constant or the stepwise stability constant. So even you can write for this, that is Kn equal to mln by mln minus 1, the concentration, and L. So this is the stepwise stability constant values here, and you can easily understand here. So this is K1, this is K1, and this is K2 and K3 and K4 and Kn. So see here, this is the stepwise stability constant here, stepwise stability constant. And here this K1, K2, K3, K4, K6, those are all stepwise stability constant. And here I need to ask you a question that, so the constant value K, the equilibrium constant, are the stepwise stability constant, K1, K2, K3, K4, K5, like this. So K1, K2, what is the value of K1, K2, K3? So what is the difference between this K1, K2, K3 and K4? So which one is higher here? అంటే K1 ఎక్కువ ఉంటుందా, K2 ఎక్కువ ఉంటుందా? You can write the equilibrium constant. So I'm asking you here that, is K1 is greater than K2, K3, K4, like this? This is correct. Or K1 is less than K2, is less than K3, is less than K4, and like this. Finally, this is Kn. So like this. This one is correct or this one is correct? You have to understood that. So stability constant, the stepwise stability constant. So first step lo K1 వచ్చింది, K1, K2, K3, K4, like this. ఇందులో K1 కి ఎక్కువ వాల్యూ ఉంటుందా, ఇక్కడ K1 కి చాలా తక్కువ ఉండి Kn కి ఎక్కువ ఉంటుందా? So you can easily see that. So first K1 ఎప్పుడు వస్తుంది అంటే m plus L, you will get the product which is ml. This is an equilibrium, so this is called K1, and this K1 is equal to ml by m and L. So this is the K1. You can write K4. So once again I am writing you K4. Let us write K4. So this is ml3. If you write L, so then you will get the K4. That is ml4. Then you will get the K4. That is equal to ml4 by ml3 and L. And see here, the value of K1 or K4, which one is more? So which one is more? K1 is higher or K4 is higher? So how can we decide here? K1 or K4? So which one is higher? So that means I'm asking you here that ఏది ఎక్కువ ఫామ్ అవుతుంది. ఇప్పుడు K4 ఎక్కువ వచ్చింది అనుకో, అది ఎక్కువ స్టేబుల్ అన్నట్టు. ఏది ఎక్కువ వస్తుంది, మోర్ స్టేబుల్ అన్నట్టు. సో K4 ఎక్కువ వచ్చింది అంటే దాని అర్థం ఏంటి అంటే ఈ వాల్యూ ఎక్కువ వచ్చినట్టు. సో ఈ వాల్యూ ఎక్కువ వచ్చిందంటే ప్రోడక్ట్ ఎక్కువ ఫామ్ అవుతున్నట్టు. సో యు ఆర్ గెటింగ్ ద మోర్ ప్రోడక్ట్ ఇఫ్ K4 is more. అట్లనే K1 ఎక్కువ వచ్చింది అనుకో, ఈ ప్రొడక్టే ఎక్కువ ఉన్నట్టు. సో ఇప్పుడు ఏది ఎక్కువ? So which one is higher here? That you have to understood that. ML K1 or K2 K4 here. If K4 is more, that means you are getting more higher product with ML4 compared with this ML here. So how can you know that? It's very simple. So this metal can easily attach with L comparing with this. So here I can write simply, that is K1 is always greater than generally K2. This is K3, K4, like this. So why? What is the reason here? K1 is always higher than K2, then K3, K4, like this. సో ఎందుకు K1 ఎందుకు ఎక్కువ ఉంటుంది అంటే ఎక్కువ ఫామ్ అవుతున్నట్టు, ఎక్కువ థర్మోడైనమికల్లీ స్టేబుల్ ఉన్నట్టు. సో ద స్టెబిలిటీ కాన్స్టెంట్ ఫర్ K1 is more than the Kn. So why the K1 is more comparing with this K4? So what is the reason? So because in the K1 there is no ligands in this particular M. So you know that. So metal is an acceptor of electron. So this ligand must have the lone pair of electron. They must donate here, so that it will form as a complex, that is Ml. So here in this, so K1, it means that only one ligand is combining with this metal. So here this metal is only empty orbitals are there. So here this ligand can easily interact with this metal. But in case of the K4, you can see there are already 3 ligands are there. Even this ligand must donate their electrons into this metal. That means here this metal is already coordinated with 3 ligands, and here another ligand is coming here. So that means it feels difficult to combine with this. అంటే ఒక లిగాండ్ అనేది ఫ్రీ మెటల్ కు ఈజీగా అటాచ్ అవుతుంది. సో ఇక్కడ లిగాండ్స్ లేవు, ఇది ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ అక్కడ ఇవ్వాలి. సో ఈజీగా ఇచ్చేస్తుంది. ఎందుకంటే దిస్ ఇస్ అ ఫ్రీ మెటల్. దిస్ ఇస్ అ ఫ్రీ మెటల్, ఫ్రీగా ఉంది. బట్ ఇది ఫ్రీగా లేదు, ఇట్ ఈస్ బైండెడ్ విత్ అనదర్ 3 లిగాండ్, ఇంకో 3 తో అటాచ్ అయింది. సో అందుకే ఈ లిగాండ్ అంత ఈజీగా అటాచ్ అవ్వదు. సో ఐ విల్ టెల్ యూ సింప్లీ బై యూజింగ్ ద గ్రాఫ్ ఆల్సో. సో సీ హియర్, దిస్ ఇస్ అ మెటల్. సో ఇట్ కెన్ ఈజీలీ అటాచ్ విత్ వన్ లిగాండ్. ఒక లిగాండ్ ఈజీగా వచ్చి అటాచ్ అవ్వచ్చు. సరే, ఇంకో లిగాండ్ వచ్చేటప్పుడు అది ఇటుంచైనా రావాలి, ఇటుంచైనా రావాలి, ఇటుంచైనా రావాలి, ఇటుంచైనా రావాలి. బట్ దెర్ ఈస్ నో ఛాన్స్ ఇటు నుంచి అయితే రాదు. ఎందుకు రాదంటే ఆల్రెడీ అక్కడ ఒక లిగాండ్ ఉంది కాబట్టి. So once again I'm telling you, here this one ligand is there. So first ligand is attached at this here. So the possibility of the attachment of this ligand is the probability of the attachment of this L. అంటే ఇది ఇలా దీనికి అటాచ్ అవుతుంది ఎన్ని రకాలుగా అంటే, ఇట్ మే బి అటాచ్ ఇన్ డిఫరెంట్ వేస్. ఇది ఇక్కడ రావచ్చు, ఇట్లా రావచ్చు, ఇట్లా రావచ్చు, ఇట్లా రావచ్చు, ఇట్లా రావచ్చు. సో ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే ఈజీగా అటాచ్ అవుతుంది. సో లెట్ us write, if there is another ligand, so there is another ligand, it is coming like this. సో దీనికి ఛాన్స్ ఏంటి అంటే ఇక్కడ నుంచి రావచ్చు, ఇట్లా రావచ్చు, ఇట్లా రావచ్చు, ఇట్లా రావచ్చు, ఇట్లా రావచ్చు. బట్ ఇటు నుంచి మాత్రం రారాదు, ఎందుకంటే దెర్ ఈస్ ఆల్రెడీ లిగాండ్. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ ద సెకండ్ వన్, దిస్ ఇస్ ద సెకండ్ లిగాండ్. సో ఓకే, ఇట్ ఈస్ గుడ్. నౌ ఇట్ ఈస్ దెర్ ఇస్ అ థర్డ్ లిగాండ్, ఇట్ ఈస్ కమింగ్ లైక్ దిస్. సో ద థర్డ్ లిగాండ్ L3. సో దిస్ ఇస్ L1 and this is L2, this is the third L3. సో దెర్ ఈస్ ఎ ఛాన్స్ ఇది రావడానికి ఇదొక మార్గం ఉంది, ఇట్లా రావచ్చు, ఇట్లా రావచ్చు, ఇట్లా రావచ్చు, ఇట్లా రావచ్చు. బట్ చూడండి ఛాన్సెస్ తగ్గిపోయినాయి, ఈ నుంచి రారాదు, ఈ నుంచి కూడా రారాదు. సో ఎందుకు అంటే ఆల్రెడీ అక్కడ లిగాండ్స్ ఉన్నాయి. సో దట్ ఈస్ ద థింగ్ హియర్. సో దిస్ ఈస్ L1, L2, L3. సో ఇంకొకటి వచ్చింది అనుకోండి, దెర్ ఈస్ అనదర్ వన్, ద ఛాన్స్ ఆఫ్ దిస్, సో యూ విల్ గెట్ L4 హియర్. సో ఆ ఛాన్స్ దీనికి ఇంకా తగ్గిపోతున్నాయి, ఇంకొక L5 వస్తున్నాయి. సో L5 ఇట్ మే కమ్ లైక్ దిస్, దిస్ ఈస్ L5. L6 ఇంకొకటి ఇట్లా వస్తుంది, L6 ఇంకోటి కింద నుంచి వస్తుంది, ఇంకోటి పై నుంచి వస్తుంది, రకరకాలు వస్తుంది. సో ఒకటి వచ్చిన కొద్దీ ఇట్ కెన్ డిక్రీజ్ ద అవైలబుల్ ప్లేసెస్ ఫర్ ద నెక్స్ట్ లిగాండ్. అంటే ఇంకొకటి వచ్చే వరకు ఇంకొకటి రావడానికి ముందు ఆక్యుపై ఏదైతే ఏ లిగాండ్ అయితే ఉందో దట్ విల్ కంప్లీట్లీ, సో ఆ ప్లేస్ ని మొత్తం ఆక్యుపై చేస్తుంది. సో ఒక లిగాండ్ ఆల్రెడీ అటాచ్ అయి ఉంది, సో ఆల్రెడీ అటాచ్ అయి ఉంది కాబట్టి ఇంకో లిగాండ్ దగ్గరికి రానియదు. సో దీని దగ్గర రానియదు, ఇంకో దిక్కు వస్తుంది కాబట్టి. కానీ ద ప్రాబబిలిటీ ఆఫ్ ద అటాచ్మెంట్ హియర్ కంప్లీట్లీ డిక్రీజెస్ హియర్, ఎందుకంటే అవైలబుల్ స్పేస్ అనేది తగ్గిపోతుంది. సో దట్ ఈస్ ద రీజన్ హియర్ దిస్ లిగాండ్ ఇట్ కెన్ ఈజీలీ అటాచ్ టు దిస్ మెటల్. బట్ ఆఫ్టర్ ద లిగాండ్స్ ఆర్ అప్రోచ్డ్ టు దిస్ మెటల్, ఒక్కసారి మిగతా లిగాండ్స్ అన్ని అప్రోచ్ అయినాక సో ఇంకొక లిగాండ్ కొత్త రావడానికి it feels difficult to attach with this metal. Hence the K1 it is higher than the K2. Hence the K1 is greater than K2, and then K3, and then K4. So then and finally it is Kn. That is the reason here in the stepwise stability constant K1 is always greater than K2, then K3, then K4, and Kn. So finally Kn. So you can write K10. So if you write the K10, that means Ml9. It reacts with this L, and you will get finally Ml10. So see here, there are 9 ligands are there. So already this metal is coordinated with 9 ligands. 9 ligands అయితే తర్వాత 10వ ఇక్కడ ఎందులో నుంచి దూరుతుంది. So there is, it feels difficult to attach with this metal. So that is the reason here the K10, which is very less, అంటే తక్కువ ఫామ్ అవుతుంది అన్నట్టు దాని అర్థం. సో థర్మోడైనమికల్లీ ఇట్ ఈస్ అన్స్టేబుల్, బట్ K1 ఎక్కువ వచ్చింది కాబట్టి థర్మోడైనమికల్లీ ఇట్ ఈస్ మోర్ స్టేబుల్. దాని అర్థం ఏంటంటే అది ఎక్కువ ఫామ్ అవుతుంది. దట్ ఈస్ ద థర్మోడైనమిక్ స్టెబిలిటీ హియర్. దట్ ఈస్ ద here step wise stability constant here. So the values of this is simply K1, K2, K3. These are like this, and always generally the K1 is greater than K2, then K3, and like this Kn. That is the important thing here. That is the K. And now also sometimes this particularly K is also written with log. Sometimes logs lo kuda use chesaru. That is log K1 is also greater than log K2, then log K3. Sometimes you can take the values in log values also. So that is the K. Now let us see the overall stability constant or cumulative stability constant. Cumulative or overall stability constant. So we will discuss the overall stability constant. So overall stability constant, so it is actually indicated with beta, and there is a difference between these two things here. So cumulative, that is stepwise, and overall. So cumulative and overall both are same here. So there is a difference between the stepwise and the overall. Stepwise అంటే ఇలా ఒక్కొక్కటి కావాలి. సో M కి L అటాచ్ చేస్తే అప్పుడు ML వస్తుంది. మళ్ళీ దీనికి ఇంకొక లిగాండ్ వస్తే మళ్ళీ ML3 వస్తుంది. సో ML2 వస్తుంది. ఇంకొక లిగాండ్ వస్తే మళ్ళీ ML3 వస్తుంది. ఇంకొక లిగాండ్ యాడ్ అయితే ML4 వస్తుంది. ఇంకొక లిగాండ్ యాడ్ వస్తే ML5 అవుతుంది. ఇంకొక లిగాండ్ యాడ్ అయితే ML6 అవుతుంది. సో ఫైనల్లీ ఇఫ్ యూ కెన్ యాడ్ ఒక్కొక్క లిగాండే నువ్వు యాడ్ చేసేది 7, అండ్ ఫైనల్లీ ఇట్ రీచెస్ టు MLN. సో లైక్ దిస్ ఇట్ ఈస్ అ స్టెప్ వైజ్ స్టెబిలిటీ కాన్స్టెంట్. సో ఫస్ట్ వన్ ఇక్కడ నుంచి రాసేటప్పటికి మనం రాసుకుంటున్నాం. దట్ ఈస్ as K1, this is K2, and this is K3, and this is K4, K5, K6, K7, and Kn. Like this, it is a stepwise stability constant. But now we'll see the overall stability constant. So very simple, like that. You can see is like this. If you want to prepare ML6, how can you prepare? So according to stepwise stability constant, you have to take ML5, then you have to react with this, and finally you will get ML6. So this is the stepwise stability constant. But I need overall stability constant. So very simple. I will take a metal, single metal. I will react with 6 ligand, and you will get ML6. This is the overall stability constant. Stepwise stability constant లో ఎప్పుడు కూడా ఒకటే లిగండ్ యాడ్ చేస్తాం, కానీ ఓవరాల్ స్టెబిలిటీలో ఒకటే మెటల్ యాడ్ చేస్తాం. విల్ యాడ్ డిఫరెంట్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ లిగాండ్స్ హియర్. లిగాండ్స్ అనేది డిఫరెంట్ గా యాడ్ చేస్తాం. సో ఐ విల్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ హియర్ ఇన్ డీటెయిల్ హియర్. సో లెట్ us see first beta1. So metal plus ligand, and you will get metal ligand. And if I want to prepare with 2 ligands and then ML2. So if I am reacting with 3 ligands, and this is ML3. So if like this, if you want to prepare with n ligand, so you will get MLN. So this is the beta1, this is the beta1, this is the beta2, and this is the beta3, and this is the beta-n. So beta1 is nothing but the equilibrium constant, that is cumulative stability constant, that is equal to the product concentration ML by M and L, that is the beta1. So you can write the beta2, that is ML2, that is M and L. There are 2 ligands are there. You have to write as a power like this. So power la rayal nanu atla. And next ML3 by ML, sorry, it is a metal, and these ligands are 3 here. You can write this beta n, that is MLN by metal, and L, this is n here. So like this, you have to write like this. So this is the beta1, and this is the beta2, and beta3, and this is the beta n. This is the overall stability constant. So once again, I'm telling you the overall stability constant and stepwise stability constant. So very simple. So if you want to prepare ML6, ML6, if you want to prepare this ML6, so what you have to do here? So very simple here. You have to understood these two things here. So in case of the stepwise, that is indicated with K. In case of the cumulative, in case cumulative, that is indicated with beta. So if you want to prepare ML6 ని తయారు చేయాలంటే స్టెప్ వైజ్ లో ఏం చేయాలంటే ML5 తీసుకొని ఒక లిగండ్ యాడ్ చేస్తే ML6 వస్తుంది. అప్పుడు దీన్ని K6 అంటాం. బట్ ఇక్కడ ఒకటే మెటల్ తీసుకొని 6 ligands యాడ్ చేస్తే you will get ML6. There is a difference between these two things here. So ikkada K6 that is equal to the equilibrium constant, that is stepwise stability constant, that is the number of concentration of product by concentration of reacted molecule. See here, this is the K6, right? This is the stepwise stability constant. In case of the beta 6, we will write the product concentration as ML6 by the metal concentration and the ligand concentration power 6, because there are 6 ligands are there. So here there is a difference between the stepwise stability and the cumulative stability constant. So it is a stepwise stability and it is a cumulative stability constant. And there is certain relation between the there is also a relation between the stepwise and the cumulative constant. So I will tell you exactly the relationship between the K, this is K and beta. So actually you can find this beta. So actually the relation between this stepwise and stability constant, so that is actually, so if you write B3, so if you write beta 3, then actually it is related like this, K1 into K2 into K3 like this. If you multiply this, then you will get the overall stability constant. We can prove this. I will also prove this. So but you have to understand that if you want to Bn, simply you have to multiply this K1, K2, K3 like this, so on, you will get Kn, and finally you will get the beta m. So if you find the stepwise stability constant, then it means that you have already find out the cumulative stability constant. ఒకసారి మీరు కనుక్కున్నాక స్టెప్ వైజ్ స్టెబిలిటీ కాన్స్టెంట్ అన్ని మల్టిప్లై చేస్తే ఓవరాల్ వస్తుంది, మొత్తం క్యుములేటివ్ కూడా ఈజీగా వచ్చేస్తుంది. సో మరి ఇది ఐ విల్ ప్రూవ్ దిస్, దీన్ని ప్రూవ్ చేసి చూపెడతాను. బీటా 3 ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు K1 K2 K3 అని నోట్ అని చెప్పాను కదా. సో బట్ ఐ కెన్ ప్రూవ్ దిస్ యాజ్ బీటా 3 ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు K1 into K2 like this. So I will show you here. So you can easily understand these two things here. So you can see here first. So you can write this B3. So here I will write, so I will remove all these things. So let us write beta 3. So you can write this beta 3. How can you write here? So that means metal, it is a beta. Beta, simply it means that it is a cumulative or overall stability constant. So in the overall stepwise stability constant, we have to use only one metal and we have to use number of ligands. So once again, I'm telling you, in case of the stepwise, and this is the overall. In case of the overall, if you want to prepare beta 6, you have to use if you want to prepare ML6, simply you have to take metal and 6 ligands are there, and then you will finally get ML6. But if you want to prepare this ML6, then you have to take ML5 and you have to take another ligand, and finally you will get ML6. So there is a difference here. So ikkada metal ligand, so చూడండి, only one ligand ఉంది, ఒకటే ligand తీసుకుంటున్నాను. సో స్పెసిఫిక్ గా ఒకటే ligand తీసుకున్నాను, బట్ ఇక్కడ there are number of ligands are there. ఇక్కడ ఫ్రీ మెటల్ తీసుకున్నాను, ఇక్కడ it is already linked with different ligands are there. That is a stepwise stability constant. So if you write beta 3, if you want to prepare ML3, how can you prepare according to stepwise stability constant? So you have to take ML2, then it react with L and you will get the ML3. But here if you want to prepare ML3, simply you can take M plus 3 ligands and you will get ML3. So if you write the beta 3, so you will get like this, ML3 by M and N power 3. So like if you want, if you here you if that is a stepwise stability constant, K3 it is nothing but ml3 by ml2, and that is ligand. So this is a K3, that is stepwise stability constant, and this is the overall stability constant. So I will tell you the difference between the relationship between these two things here. So that is, so once again I can write here beta 3, this is equal to, so first I will write the reaction so you can easily understand this there. So that is m plus L, if you 3L, then you will get ml3. So that is ml3 by ml3. So this is the beta 3. So let us understand. I will take beta 3. So beta 3, then you will get simply ml3 by ml3. Very simple here. So you can easily understand these things here. So see here, ml3 here, the concentration of products by reactants here. So this is the beta 3 here. Now let us say this is the beta 3. So what we have to do here? So let us write this is the first equation. So what we have to do here? So simply nothing but you have to multiply and divide with. So just simply multiply and divide with ml2. So what happens? So see here, ml3 by m3 and multiplied with ml2. So here ml, okay, see here we are multiplying and dividing with ml and ml2. So because we have to discover the relationship between the beta and k. See what happens here. So you can observe here that there is an ml3 and also ml2, and there is also ml on the numerator. So see here, you have to understand that. So there is ml3 and ml2 and ml. I can write separately as them. So I can write this. So let us understand here. So I will write this. So what happened? What should I do here? Very simple here. So very simple. So first what happens here? So simply here, I will write here as ml by, so ml by, and I'm writing m and l. And here again, I will write ml2 by L. And here I will write ml3 by ml2 and L. This is a concentration term, so that you have to write in a square bracket. And see, you can observe here. So how can I write this? How can I write this equation here? So that is, if first ml. So ఇక్కడ ఉన్నది ml ఇది. So this is ml, this is ml2, and this is ml3. ml, ml2 and ml3. And then పైన ఉన్నది అదే రాశాను. కింద ఉన్నది చూడండి. సో ఇక్కడ m ఉంది, ml ఉంది, ml2 ఉంది. So here m, ml and ml2 here. But here see here there are 3 ligands are there. L power 3 ఉంది. So L power 3 ఉంది కాబట్టి L power 3 is nothing but L into L into L. So I'm writing this as L. See here L. So see here, this is L and this is another L and this is another L. So then you see, just multiply this L power 3 అంటే L into L into L. సో మిగతా అంతా అలానే రాశాను. M ఉంది, ఇక్కడ M రాశాను. ml ఉంది, ml ఇక్కడ రాశాను. ml2 ఉంది, ఇక్కడ రాశాను. But simply I'm multiplying this L power 3, we are writing with L into L into L. So you can write like this. And this is equal to, completely this is K1 into K2 into K3. This is K1 is equal to K2 into K3. So why? Because for the K1. So how can you write K1? that is stepwise stability constant, that is m plus L, that is equal to mn. So you can write for the K2, that is ml plus L, then we will get the ml2. If you want, you will get again ml2 plus L, then you will get ml3. And see here, you can observe here. Here this is the K1, and this is K2, and this is K3. And see here, K1, K2, K3. Finally, you are taking beta 3. First, you have taken beta 3. But after, when you are simplifying this, you are getting the product which is K1, K2, K3. So that is the important thing here. So for the K1, the value will get these things here. For the K2, this is this, and this is the K3. So that means here beta 3, which is equal to K1 into K2 into K3 here. So once again, I'm writing you all these things. So here the beta 3, so beta 3, which is equal to K1 into K2 into K3. If you write beta n, that is equal to K1 into K2 into K3, like this, so on. So if you write the log values for this, log beta n, that is log K1 into K3 into K4, so on, like this. And you can write this as log beta n, that is equal to log K1 plus log K2 plus log K3, and finally you will get log Kn. So this is a simplification of this relationship between the K and the beta, that is stepwise stability constant and overall stability constant or cumulative stability constant. So very simple. This is very important in the thermodynamic stability constant here. So here I'm telling you very simple. The thermodynamic stability is classified into two types. One is stepwise stability constant, and the second one which is cumulative stability constant. So this is K indicates stepwise stability constant, and this beta indicates cumulative stability constant. So this is completely about the thermodynamic stability. So once again, I'm telling you this thermodynamic stability. According to thermodynamics, it can simply explain the formation of the complex. So formation of the complex. So there are only two ways. One is stable, one is unstable. మనకి ఇక్కడ రెండే వర్డ్స్ ఉంటాయి. స్టేబుల్ అంటే ఎక్కువైంది అంటే దెర్ ఇస్ ఎ మోర్ ప్రొడక్ట్ అంటే ఎక్కువ ఫామ్ అయిందండి. సో మోర్ ప్రొడక్ట్ ఫార్మేషన్. అండ్ ఇక్కడ లెస్ ప్రొడక్ట్ ఫార్మేషన్. వెరీ సింపుల్. M plus L and you are taking ML. సో ఎక్కువ ఫామ్ అయితే అది స్టేబుల్, తక్కువ ఫామ్ అయితే unstable. So according to thermodynamic stability here, so that is indicated with K, and the equilibrium constant, the K is nothing but the stability constant. So ఈ K వాల్యూ ఎంత ఎక్కువ అయితే సో అంత స్టేబుల్ గా ఉంటది. అంత స్టేబుల్ గా ఉంది అంటే అంత ఎక్కువ ఫామ్ అవుతుంది. సో దట్ ఈస్ అ థర్మోడైనమిక్ స్టెబిలిటీ. సో థర్మోడైనమిక్ స్టెబిలిటీలో ఇది కంప్లీట్లీ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ అబౌట్ ద ఫార్మేషన్ ఆఫ్ ద కాంప్లెక్స్. ఎంత ఫామ్ అవుతుంది అనేది, ఎంత సేపట్లో అని కాదు, ఎంత టైంలో అని కాదు. సో ఇన్ విచ్ టైం, I don't need the mechanism of the reaction, simply adi form aitunda leda. It will explain, it will measure the extent of the formation here. Adi enta vastundi anedi thermodynamic aspects here, thermodynamic stability here. So thermodynamic stable ante ekko form aitunnattu, unstable ante takko form aitunnattu. So completely thermodynamic stability it explained during the formation of the complex, formation of the complex. So in the next session, I will tell you the kinetic aspects here. So that is after the formation of the complex. So ఒకసారి ఫామ్ అయిన తర్వాత వాట్ అబౌట్ ద రియాక్టివిటీ ఆఫ్ దిస్ ML. సో రియాక్షన్ మెకానిజం ఏంటి, అది ఎలాంటి రియాక్షన్స్ లో పాల్గొంటుంది. సో దట్ ఈస్ కంప్లీట్లీ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ విత్ ద కైనెటిక్ ఆస్పెక్ట్స్. సో కైనెటిక్ థియరీ హియర్, సో కైనెటిక్ ఆస్పెక్ట్స్ హియర్, దట్ ఈస్ a kinetic stability here. So this is the thermodynamic stability. So in the next session we will start with the kinetic stability. So thank you.